I want to talk a little bit first about our skincare line. We have a line called Youth, and uh, we created a clinically proven skin age index because we wanted to say how could we create a product that would be shown and clinically proven to work. So we measured the skin age of women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And then we started feeding ingredients into that product, into the skin age to measure what would happen. And when we found ingredients that really moved it, we formulated into a patented product. And then we tested the product against the skin age, and the results were quite extraordinary. Next slide, please. 100% of the women were clinically proven to have younger looking skin in just 7 days, which is really a remarkable statistic. But in addition to that, 2/3 shifted their skin age down into a younger decade, which is even more remarkable. And again, this clinical proof is really almost unprecedented in any products that are clean, chemical-free, EWG verified, et cetera. Okay, next slide. We just launched a month ago these products called the Youth Ageless Treatment Wands that have been clinically tested to relax the appearance of wrinkles instantly and over time. And these results are really quite remarkable. These show you bar graphs of the clinical results that we got. 39% of people found an effect and a reduction in the appearance of face wrinkles, 41% of eye wrinkles in just 15 minutes, 82% in 7 days, 94% in 28 days. So basically 40% of the people saw something immediate, and it just got better over time. And what's great about this is that you can share it. It's a perfect product for social. It's brand new. They're like awesome. And I think you can see. Okay, next. We also have this incredible BB cream, which is a 5-in-1 beauty balm. It evens, it corrects, it hydrates, it nourishes, it protects. And some people are like, you don't need a foundation anymore. You can just use this. All 5 things in one. If people that are here in the chat, if they love it, just put your love into the chat. And then we have our Shaklee body line, which is luxury anti-aging for your body. And when I say luxury, it's not that it costs so much, but it's luxurious in the feeling. And we want you to have this sensation when you're trying it on that basically you're luxuriating in this, and it's anti-aging for your body. We channeled our decades of research and development in the nutrition for which we're known and put it into the body care line so that it has patented components to it, anti-aging, and yet it feels wonderful. Okay, next, please. All this is on our platform of Shaklee, and all of our Shaklee products have this seal: safe, proven, 100% guaranteed since 1956. That's a remarkable seal. There's very few companies in the world that can actually put that on their products. I'm not ready. Let's go back. One of the things I want to share with you is that at Shaklee, we have an unlimited empty bottle money-back guarantee, which means if you or your customers are unsatisfied for any reason with their product, we will refund your money. And over the last 68 years, we have had less than 1/3 of 1% in return, which means that we've had tens of millions of satisfied customers. Okay, now we can go to the next slide. So a little bit more about Shaklee. We are a global leader in the wellness market. We have had sales of over $10 billion in wellness products across US, Canada, and Asia. Next, please. We also pioneered the nutritional supplement industry. Dr. Shaklee, who is our founder, which is why we're called Shaklee, invented the first multivitamin in the United States 109 years ago. So we've been perfecting the multivitamin over a 109-year period of time. We also created the first plant-based protein supplement in the world. We have over 110 double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical studies, including a study that we did that's called the Landmark Study. Stop sharing for 1 second because I think this is a really powerful story. One of the things that I really wanted to do, people always say, well, I'm taking vitamins or nutritional supplements. How do I know that they work? And it was a question that we have been asking and trying to say to our scientists. How can you help demonstrate that Shaklee products are superior to other products on the marketplace? And so what we ended up doing is we do a lot of clinical studies on each individual products. But at Shaklee, we represent a lifestyle. We want to get rid of the toxic chemicals that go on your body. We want to fuel your body with nutrition on the inside. It's not just one product, it's a combination of products. So we said, how can we actually prove that people who take Shaklee products are going to be healthier than people who take multiple products from other companies? And so we created this landmark health study in partnership with the University of California, Berkeley School of Public Health. And this was really interesting. We took people who took Shaklee products for between 5 years and 40 years. And then we tracked them for another decade. And we compared them. And at first, we were going to compare them with people who took no supplements from anybody. And then our scientists said that's not a fair comparison. And so we chose to compare not just against people who took one supplement, two, but multiple products from other companies. And then we measured them. We measured their nutrient levels in their blood. We measured their biomarkers, which are the future indicators of health. We measured their actual health outcomes. And we measured how much prescription medication. And our people had up to 97% lower prescription medication, very substantially better health outcomes. On every single letter, our population was better. And no other company in the world has short, medium, and this long-term clinical proof that if you take Shaklee products, you will actually be healthier. And the reason why we did that was because we believe so strongly in our power. And the reason what our power, it goes back to what we call community marketing. While we think our products are amazing, we think it's the information that people share in our Shaklee communities. And it is the support and the encouragement that allows people to continue to take our products and to support and encourage people when they do their health journeys. And that's why we get health outcomes. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. For a moment, we talked about our clinical studies, but we also want to talk about our performance level quality. Shaklee has powered Olympic athletes to win 152 Olympic gold, silver, and bronze medals. And I just want you to pause for a moment to think about it. If Shaklee were a country, we would be tied for 8th in the all-time medal count, just to give it perspective. Also, when the NASA space program wanted to create a rehydration drink for the astronauts, they came to Shaklee. We've been part of every space shuttle mission for the last 25 years. And again, we talked previously about our guarantee, which is such a powerful way. If people are skeptical, if they don't understand, we say, we guarantee that you will feel better or we will refund your money. Okay, next slide, please. We're also a leader in sustainability. Shaklee was the very first company in the world to be certified to offset our carbon emissions. We've been 100% carbon neutral since the year 2000. So over the last 24 years, and we've been carbon neutral every year since. We also actually created the very first official Earth Day product. We also partnered with the first person to win the Nobel Peace Prize for the environment, a wonderful woman named Wangari Maathai, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for planting trees in Kenya. And when she was announced that she won the Nobel Peace Prize, I called her up and I said, Wangari, I want to introduce myself. My name is Roger Barnett, and I'm the chairman of Shaklee, and Shaklee was the first company in the world to be certified to offset our carbon emissions. And you're the first person to win the Nobel Peace Prize for the environment. Let's do something. And thankfully, she agreed. So the day after she received the Nobel Peace Prize, she flew to my home in New York. We had lunch together. And she looked at me and she said, Roger, you should plant 1 million trees. And I said, Wangari, I'm just one little guy. I can't plant 1 million trees. And she said, how many people are part of your Shaklee family? And at the time we had 750,000 people, and now we have about 2 million people. So she said, well, one person cannot plant 1 million trees, but 1 million people can each plant one. And that was such a powerful statement. I said, you know what, you're right. And we agree, and our Shaklee family accepted a challenge, and it took us 2.5 years, but we physically planted 1 million trees. And the reason why I'm sharing that story with you is because that's the point of what we and why we exist as a company. We invite people to join us to learn about ways that they can live a healthier life, to share that information with other people. And if each of us do one bit ourselves and share it with some other people, then with the products that are clinically shown to have an impact, we will step by step, one person, one family, one community at a time, start to transform healthcare from sick care to well care and help people live younger, longer, which is the goal and objective of all of us. So that's why we're so. I want to share just a couple of other products with you on our nutrition line. We have a product called Vivix. It's got 27 patents on it. It's just an example of Shaklee science. I'm not aware of any other nutrition product in the world that has 27 patents on it. And it slows aging at the cellular level. One of the things that I'll just call out on the right of all these benefits is that it doubles the cellular energy, your mitochondria, or these battery packs of your cells, and it doubles the mass and the output of your cellular energy, which is amazing. We also fed people a McDonald's breakfast, and we measured the immediate inflammatory response that people got from eating that. And we fed the same people on another day, 10 minutes before, one serving of Vivix, and it blunted the inflammatory response to that unhealthy meal. It's just one of the examples of the power of this product. Another part is people are talking about, when we talk about beauty, it's inside and outside. And so next slide, please. We have a product called collagen, and I think 9, and this is an example of the Shaklee difference. People are buying collagen because they want their bodies to help boost their collagen production. But collagen has only 8 essential amino acids. If you want to build collagen, you need all 9. And to my knowledge, collagen 9 is the only product that's of significance in the market that has all 9 essential amino acids. So we call it collagen 9. We educate people. That way people are telling the most complete. And that's the reason why we have such great loyalty in Shaklee. And I want to stop sharing for a moment and just talk about loyalty and why that's important. So 25% of the sales in Shaklee in the United States come from people who've been customers of ours for 30 years or more. And I want you to ask your question, what product have you ever taken that you have taken for 30 years or more consistently? And that kind of loyalty, besides Shaklee, okay, if that kind of loyalty is not only remarkable as a testament to the product quality, but as a business, it creates a very significant opportunity, because imagine if a customer would join you and buy the product and not just buy it 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 1 year or 5 years or 10 years, but for 1 decade and 2 decades and 3 decades. That's the benefit of creating a sustainable, long-term, viable business based on super high quality product quality with a high retention rate. So that is a little bit of a summary. And I think at the end of the day, what's so exciting right now at this moment in Shaklee is that we have been preparing and revamping. I'll give you an analogy. I give an analogy of a global luxury fashion brand, right? The global luxury fashion brands that are the biggest brands in the world are all brands that are more than 100 years old. Hermes, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Gucci. These are brands that are very, very old. And what happens? What happens is that they're there, and then they hire a really great new designer, and it becomes relevant and modern and cool and everything else. And we have been this platform of trust that we've been building for 68 years. And now with our product portfolio, with our digital infrastructure, with our product infrastructure, and this incredible influx of people that are coming into Shaklee, we are going into a growth phase that we want to not just be short-term, but we want to be sustainable and long-term. And that is a great moment. So I kind of feel that in looking back on my own life, everything I've done that seemed very random early on, if I look back on it, fits into a neat place. Everything that we've invested in, the $400+ million in research and development, the tens and tens of millions of dollars in our digital infrastructure, in our operational infrastructure, in our product, in our systems. We are here for this moment in time, and we are excited to embrace this community marketing model. We feel that is the model that will win in anything to do with the wellness space. If you offer to pay me a fortune to go into retail and to direct to consumer, I would turn it down because we cannot get the health outcomes that we can in our community marketing model. And if we don't get the outcomes, we won't get the retention and the loyalty. And so to build a sustainable long-term business, we need people sharing, encouraging, and supporting each other on the journey and the Shaklee products to help them along the way. And so I want to thank everybody who is part of our family to be here. And I want to welcome everybody who's considering it to please join us. And Adriana, I'll turn it back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Roger. I think I see it in the chat, your passion and your clear dedication to this mission and this brand and this field is contagious. So, and we see the fire emojis. So now I want to hand it over to Kim Carver. Like I said, he is our Senior Vice President of Field Development, and he is going to take us through a bit about high level, our compensation plan and that opportunity. Hey, Kim.
Hey there, everybody. Excited to be here with you. Man, what a fun time. I could sit here like a lot of you and listen to Roger all day long and hear those stories and hear that experience. And it was, I couldn't help but remember, and I promise this will lead into what I'm talking about, but I couldn't help but remember a few years ago when I was approached about joining Shaklee. Maybe like a lot of you looking right now on this the Zoom call we've got going on here. And there was a lot of things that I was really looking for. I had to have a company that was mission focused, something that I could believe in, kind of get behind, that I felt like had a bigger purpose. I just think our time on this earth isn't that long. So let's do something that matters and is meaningful. So the mission was really important to me. The products obviously had to stand by themselves. I had to be proud and able to confidently stand behind the products that I'd be representing. And I think you heard just a smidge. It sounded like a lot, but really in our world, it's just a smidge from Roger about our products. Proven, most clinically proven wellness company in the world, proven and effective products that you can stand behind and feel comfort and love them and feel confident recommending. It's fun to see some of the chat that was happening with people talking about the products and how long they've been on the products. That does not happen by accident. So those two boxes were ticked for me. And then honestly, another one was just probably the last main one that encompassed a lot of pieces was something that Roger just kind of mentioned at the end there, which was stability, right? The stability of a company. And it feels like right now that's a little bit paramount. There's a lot of changes taking place out there, if you will. So I wanted a company that was stability, that had a track record that we could count on, that I could count on. We've now been around for over 67 years. We are pioneers in this space. We know what we're doing. We've continually shown that we can innovate and to grow and to remain relevant in this world and helping people, making difference with our products. So the track record was there, and I wanted to have, honestly, if I can just be very candid with you, I wanted to have a committed owner. I didn't want to have a company that was run by venture capitalists or that was public or things like that. I wanted an owner who was committed to the mission and to the growth of the company. From a stability standpoint, there's not much, like that's a really, really important ingredient. And Roger, as you just saw, ticks all those boxes. That's what I couldn't help but remember back to and think about when he was talking about that. And then I also wanted to have a modern compensation plan. I wanted to have from a stability standpoint, have a plan that was predictable, that could flex to accommodate a variety of different building methods, and that was relevant today, because that's a key part of one side of our business. That's really helped. One of the main parts of what we do is we help people, reach our products and compensate people for doing that, right? And we love that, and we're not embarrassed about it. And as Roger said, we full-throatedly, heartedly believe that community marketing, reaching out and helping people in communities is the best way to get the best possible outcomes. And we're very excited about that. So, excuse me for rambling, but I wanted to share some of those feelings. I want to show you right now just a quick overview, if you will, of just some parts of our compensation. Just so if you're watching this for the first time and you're wondering, well, okay, this is great, but tell me about this side. How do I earn? I'm not going to give you an exhaustive training. Don't worry, it's not going to take that long, but just to give you a high level touch of what it is. The first thing I'm going to start off with a disclaimer, just because as a company, we always like to abide by the regulatory guidelines. And anytime we talk about compensation, we just want to make sure that we're clear that Shaklee makes no promises or guarantees regarding earning additional income or any other earnings opportunity. The success or failure of each Shaklee ambassador, like any other business opportunity, depends on your own skills and personal efforts. Shaklee ambassadors do not earn compensation for the recruitment or sponsorship of other Shaklee ambassadors. And the Shaklee compensation plan is new and has a limited earnings history. The financial results of all Shaklee ambassadors for the preceding year under the existing compensation plans are contained in the Shaklee average earnings chart, which can be found at us.shaklee.com/earnings, which does not include ambassador costs. Okay, so that's a disclaimer as we get started here. The purpose of this is just to kind of illustrate some of the ways that you would start to earn as an ambassador, so you get a taste for what our compensation plan looks like. Let me go back in here on this slides real quick. Okay, so let's just start talking about customers, right? As you come in and as you as an ambassador with Shaklee, you earn commissions as you sell to customers, right? New customers, people that within their first 30 days of buying their first Shaklee product, you'll earn 30%. Pretty straightforward, right? And that 30% commission, all of our customer commissions are paid based on the purchase price. All right, that's a key thing that I want to make sure that I call out here for you. So 30% on the purchase price. There's also an opportunity for a $75 bonus. So if you have at least for every increment of $500 in sales to new people in a month, to at least 3 new people in a month, gives you a $75 bonus. All right, and that's in addition to that 30% commission. So I'll just leave this on the screen so you can kind of look at it as I'm talking through this. So let's say, for example, let's just keep it really, really simple, right? Let's say you come in and you have a new customer, and that new customer buys $100 in products. Let's just keep the math really simple. Their purchase, they paid $100 for their products. You're going to earn a 30% commission on that, which makes it a $30 commission. All right. So now let's just keep going. Let's incorporate the bonus into this. Let's say now that you have, a handful, 3 or 4 new customers come in a month. They buy a total of $500 in products themselves. At 30%, that would give you, again, we pay on the purchase price. So that would give you $150 in commissions plus that $75 bonus, okay, giving you a total earnings of $225, okay, so about 45% total. Now, as we talk through the compensation plan, again, a couple things just to highlight. First of all, the predictability of it, the simplicity in understanding it and being able to explain it to somebody, right? The fact that it's paid on the purchase price makes it really simple to do that. And a 30% payout with the potential, again, with that bonus, if you hit the $500 up to a 45% payout on that 500, I mean, that's a really rewarding payout as you're getting people and for helping them get new customers connected to products, right? But the great thing about Shaklee, unlike some other offerings that are out there, is we don't just pay you one time. Okay, we don't just pay one time when a customer makes a purchase. You continue to earn commissions every time they make a purchase. And I know a lot of you on here are familiar with that. So let's just talk about how that works. All right. For your returning customers, you're going to earn between 10 and 40% commission. Now, maybe you're asking, well, the 10 to 40%, how does that work? Let me just explain it to you real quick. Every single month, what we do is we add up all of the purchases made from all of your customers. And the more purchases you have in a month, the higher the commissions tiers you are. For example, 10% goes up to $500 in purchases. After that, you go to 15%, and that goes to about $1,000 in total purchases. And then after that, we go up to $3,000, right? And that turns into 20%. And it keeps kind of escalating in that stage and that on those different tiers as you are growing that from your customers to all the way up to 40%. Okay. And again, this 10 to 40% is paid on purchase price. So when we talk about commissions from customers, it's 30% from our brand new customers, and then returning customers, people who have come after 30 days and are making purchases and continuing to buy, like Roger talked about, you earn 10 to 40%. And that just grows as your customer base grows. You qualify for higher and higher commissions up at that. The top level, just so you're wondering, the 40% starts at $10,000 in sales to customers a month and above. Okay, so very accessible for a lot of people. It's something that and it's very, very rewarding as well. And honestly, that is the approach to payout that we really wanted to focus on, that we want to help people get started with. We believe it's important to us that the income that people earn is predictable and it's accessible. We believe in our mission. We believe in connecting people to products, and we want to reward people that do that. And our compensation plan does that. Now, there's also more, okay? For some people, okay, and again, I think a lot of people that are on this call, they also do, in addition to acquiring customers and helping customers, they also build a team, all right? And so I do want to just call out, I'm not going to go into a lot of details on this right now, but as you build a team, we do have that feature in our plan where you are able to earn 5 additional bonuses that pay you up to 16%. It's between 3 and 16%. On those bonuses. Those bonuses are structured as you develop this team and as leaders are developed underneath you, as you are building and developing your team, you can earn additional bonuses on all of that, the volume that's created from the product purchases that are made as those other ambassadors on your team help other people and build their own customer base. All right. And so, over the years, Shaklee's paid out a little over $9 billion in commissions. We have a lot of people who have built large teams with us and organizations and are doing very well. And we have people that are building just customers and playing in that piece, and that works well for them. Really, it's kind of up to you. And that was a key part about our compensation plan, is it flexes. It flexes to whatever your interest level is. It flexes to accommodate whatever you are looking to do and whatever interests you and what works best for you. And for us, again, it's all about our mission, helping connect people to products, helping people live healthier lives, and having the communities that support that and do that. So that's just a quick taste of how our compensation plan works. What I've shown you, honestly, is probably what most people need to know to understand our plan and at least get started with it. And if you're interested in more information, we've got more details on that we can get to you. So Adriana, thanks so much. I'm going to throw it back to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I hope you got to know us a little bit better, heard some great information. We are always here. We welcome everyone with open arms. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night. And we will be talking to you soon. And I see Roger has joined us.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to echo that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's a moment that we're really excited about. We embrace our community marketing business model. It is, I think, a compelling, unique, differentiated place to be. We thank you for sharing information. We think that you're the key to helping people live a healthier, better life. And as we say in Shaklee, have an awesome Shaklee day. We're really appreciative. Some people want to know where to enroll and all that. Kim, you can kind of do that in the chat. And we appreciate your time. Time is valuable, but time is important. So let's try to all dedicate our time together to helping people live a healthier, better life. For that, I appreciate you. And thank you very much.
Shaklee makes no promises or guarantees regarding earning additional income or any other earnings opportunity. The success or failure of each Shaklee ambassador, like any other business opportunity, depends on your own skills and personal effort. Shaklee ambassadors do not earn compensation for the recruitment or sponsorship of other Shaklee ambassadors. The Shaklee compensation plan is new and has limited earnings history. The financial results of all Shaklee ambassadors for the preceding year under the existing compensation plans are contained in the Shaklee average earnings chart that can be found at us.shaklee.com/earnings, which does not include ambassador costs.